Hey, what's going on?
Not much. I'm doing good. How about you?
Good. How's everyone's day going today?
It's going great because I do not have to be at Lowe's at 5 o'clock.
That's true. That's facts.
Fat.
Chase, everything good?
Drop something on my shirt. I have a nice stain there.
That's neato. That's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah. Last time I was here, I ripped my shorts.
This time you got a big ass stain on your shirt.
Just all kinds of wardrobe malfunctions coming from THICCC.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So everything's still pretty boring here. Still pretty boring, lives at least. But it is Friday the 13th.
Uh-oh.
And
spooky.
we're still alive, so I mean that's good.
Well, I mean, not for long. My name is Jason, so.
My head is
Ooh.
I didn't just come up here just to do a podcast. I'm straight down to the guys.
Yeah, you're a big guy too, but I can take you, dude. That's easy. That's an easy win right there.
Oh, dude.
But speaking of Friday the 13th,
Chill.
speaking of Friday the 13th,
Oh, dude, look what you did.
just stuff it back on the table. Has there ever been any sort of creepy, weird Friday the 13th vibes?
Spooky?
Spooky stories,
I've
dude.
had several spooky stories.
Okay. Give us one, and don't make it 3 hours.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear one, but cut to the chase here. Chase.
I have like a really spooky one, and then like one that's kind of funny, but like at the time it was scary.
All right, let's do the really spooky one.
Really spooky, dude.
We'll do spooky, and then we can come back around. I'll tell the other one.
It depends on how long this one takes here.
Okay, so there's a time in my life where I was like deadly afraid of it. Like I had super bad anxiety about like everything. Like I always thought the world was gonna end. Like I'd hear a plane fly over and be like, "Well, shit, this is it. We about to be out. Meteors coming." Like it was like a real, like I had really bad anxiety. It was like, I would say it was like 5th or 6th grade. It was the worst. And part of the things I was scared of was aliens, because I saw that movie Close Encounters with the Fourth Kind.
Wait, what grade did you say you were in?
Like 5th and 6th.
Oh, okay.
I need to get close to that. So I was like, so I saw that movie, and that movie's like really scary. Close Encounters with the Fourth Kind, I think. It's the one with the lady from Resident Evil, I think. Was that the game with the zombies? And then they made the movies. It's that girl, she's in it.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, I'd go to bed every night and be like, dude, I'm gonna be abducted by aliens in my sleep. So I went to my grandpa's house for like a couple weeks over the summer and just chilling, and I fell asleep on his couch, and I like woke up at like 3 a.m, and like his front door is just wide open. And he lives in Buell.
At 3 a.m?
Yeah, he lives in Buell, Idaho. So there's like nobody there. And I literally woke up, saw the front door like wide open. I was like, Jesus. I literally could not move for like an hour. It's like I'm gonna die. I was like, aliens are about to fly in and take me.
Definitely, if an alien encounter was gonna happen in Idaho, Buell would definitely be the place it would happen to.
Well, I mean, give the people who don't live here a kind of a rundown
Of Buell.
Yeah,
Just picture, close your eyes and picture nothing.
Okay.
And that's basically
Have you been to Buell?
I've driven through Buell, yeah.
No, it wasn't even in Buell. It was in Castlefort. I keep forgetting. Have you been to Castlefort?
Never been to Castlefort.
Have you ever been to Balance Rock?
I don't think so.
If you've been to Balance Rock, you've driven past Castlefort, Idaho, and you've driven right past my grandma's house. But I don't think anyone's ever been there, except me.
Besides driving through it, yeah, I'd say you're probably right.
I've hiked up there before.
Okay, so
Nice hike.
you saw a movie.
Saw a movie.
Saw a movie.
It's a creep because they I don't know.
I've seen The Fourth Kind with the picture with like that owl on the cover.
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen
the
that.
one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Like where they talk about the
And they
people
have,
that were like
real
possessed.
Footage. Yeah, and they have
Yeah.
aliens,
Oh yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
they have
yeah.
the
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
footage mixed.
That was
in.
yeah. Okay.
Dude,
That was when you were
freaked me out.
a baby, a kid.
I saw it.
In
like,
5th
watched
grade, he saw it. What?
5th grade?
Yes.
What were your parents like? Okay, no offense to Juki's parents, but like
My dad. So like the way my house is, like I have upstairs. It's like a game room. And we had a big TV in there, and then right next to the game room was the bedroom.
yeah.
And so that's where I would sleep. It had bunk beds. So I'd be in there with like my brother. Or I guess.
Dude, I remember seeing that movie like in college. There's
Really?
no way I'm that much older than you. I'm only. Oh shit! I'm 7 years older than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would make him. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
5th grade.
So it'd be
I was,
6th
like,
grade, 7th
10.
grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. No, you were probably in 6th grade.
Yeah. It was
Okay.
summertime around
Okay.
then.
Yeah. I guess I'm just older than I thought.
Dude, and like my dad was watching. It was like a Saturday night. I couldn't sleep, so I just went and sat on the couch. And my dad was watching this movie,
Oh, okay.
and I was like, "What the hell is this, Dad?" And I could not sleep after that. It was
How
so
long did you watch
scary.
it for? Did you just
I don't
chill
know.
on the couch and watch the rest of it?
I don't know.
That is a creepy movie, though.
I remember watching
I'll
it.
admit, that movie is creepy. Because
After watching that, like I was like, it creeped me out. But then like some years later, I was like, dude, Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind. This movie scared the shit out of me. I was like, I gotta face my fears and watch again. And then I watched again. It was a pretty interesting movie.
Yeah, it is really interesting, and the thing that makes it more interesting is the fact that shit actually, I think it happens.
They have like
I know for a fact there's like possessions and stuff, so that
Oh, yeah.
shit is what creeps me out because
Yeah,
it's
that's
real.
creepy.
It's a real
like,
thing.
People flying and like
Yeah.
floating above the.
Yeah, I mean that's where you get all like the exorcism of Emily Rose and stuff like that.
What's
Because
that one? Is that the one that was based off, or The Exorcist was based off of?
I don't know.
Because the movie The Exorcist
I don't know.
was based off of a real thing, apparently.
I don't know. Jason, what's your spooky Friday the 13th story?
Oh, spooky Friday the 13th story.
Some spooks.
Shoot, I can't necessarily think one off the top of my head. I'm sure if I sat here and thought about it for a while, I could think of something.
Okay.
But
So you think about yours then.
okay.
Because mine goes back to the whole possession thing and demons and all that crap. Because I remember I was laying in my grandma's bed. Not in my grandma's bed, but she had a guest room. She had a guest room up there.
My
guest
grandma
bed.
has those, like, you know those realistic baby doll things?
Oh,
My grandma
jeez.
has those, like, right next to her bed.
Like Annabelle?
Way to just slaughter
No,
my
dude,
story.
I was
Yeah,
like, I
geez,
didn't give
man.
Just so
Those
rude.
things are creepy.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, you were in your grandma's bed. I don't want to know why. Just continue the story.
I was in my grandma's guest room, and I was asleep, and I started having this nightmare that she had like an armoire right next to the bed, like to the left of the bed.
A what?
An armoire, like a
Armoire?
yeah,
Like a
that's how it's spelled. Yeah, it's like a little closet, basically, like a standalone closet. So I have that next to my bed, and it was just so real because I remember I was asleep, but it was like I was awake right there, and I saw this just like the scariest face I had ever seen in my life, and it was sitting on top of the armoire to the left, and like I was just looking right at it, like right at this face, and it was seriously the scariest thing I'd ever seen. And like I remember I was like, oh crap, like that shit's gonna like kill me, that thing's gonna kill me. So I remember in my sleep, in the dream, I had like turned over to like try to look away, and then I turned back over and I saw it on the mirror this time.
Oh my word.
Yeah, it was like a super scary face, and then I did it one more time, and I was like, you know, like I'm a really religious guy, so I was like, you know what, I don't even care, God's with me, like whatever, this thing can, you know, go die for all I care. And I closed my eyes and opened them, and it was sitting on the fan right above me.
Oh, geez.
Like it was just like and it didn't do anything. It was just sitting there and just staring at me. So I remember I woke up from that just completely drenched in sweat, just scared shitless. And dude, this was when I was like 21 years old.
Oh.
I mean, I was not a kid. I was a grown ass man. and this thing just terrified me. Like at that point, I was just like a little kid and wanted to hide under the sheets and go to sleep that way and just try to hopefully it would go away. Because it was just like one of those dreams that really like got into your brain, and like just messed with you, and no matter what I did, no matter what I tried to do, like after I've been through that for so many times as a kid, didn't work, dude. I was still scared shitless for the next probably couple days. I didn't sleep very well after that, but
oh, okay. Speaking, I thought of one just now while you're talking about being like laying in bed and like waking up and having something scare you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how exactly it happened, but one of our chairs from the dining room had gotten in my room, and
what? Like you just woke up and it was there.
No, like some of my buddies came and hang out in my room, and then I just left it there. And this is when I was in middle school, and I had set clothes on it, and then I set a hat on top of that, and so it was just sitting there chilling. And I woke up in the middle of the night for some reason. I don't know what it was. I just like one of those things where you just wake up, and I rolled over, and in the dark, it looked like a person was just standing there watching me, because I had like stacked a bunch of clothes on it, and then like put a hat on there, and for like 5 seconds, I was so petrified. Like I just sat there staring at it, and then like my eyes kind of didn't even move. Like if it was an actual person, that's probably not what you want to do. Just sit there and just let them kill you. But I just sat there and stared at it, and then my eyes like focused on it, and I was like, oh, it's just a chair.
Okay, I guess that counts. Was there any encounters that you guys had ever been across where it's like you were like walking down the street or like outside of your house at nighttime, and something like that, something had happened where you were just like, oh shit, like I might die right now.
Like, I'm gonna die right now.
Yeah. Because I mean, I guess that's more or less what Friday the 13th is about.
I don't think I've ever. Movie. I don't know. I had like one of the weirdest things that's ever happened like in my house was this guy. It was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I like gotten back from school. Or no, I just gotten back from like football practice or something. And this guy was going around our neighborhood knocking on doors, and he had like camo shorts on and like a shirt that just said U.S. Army across it, and then he's just knocking on doors, and be like, "Oh, can you? I'm collecting money for the army to donate to the army, or something like that." He's like, "You want to give me something?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Oh, I have to pee really bad. Can I use your bathroom?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then he left. And then
how old were you?
I was like a couple of years ago. I was probably like 15 or 16.
So you had
I was like
sense of everything. If you were a kid, would you have been like, "Oh yeah, sure, come on"?
I don't know.
No, all right.
I don't know if I would have.
Anyway,
but then like I was like, all right, that was weird. And I was home alone. It was. Oh, and I told him I was home alone. That's the part I messed up with. It was like me and my brother. He's like, "Oh, are your parents here?" And I was like, "No." And I like left. I came back like 10 minutes later. My sister walked into the house, and she's like, "Why are there cop cars in front of our house? Like I couldn't park in the driveway." And I looked out, and the cops had stopped, and like they were blocking our driveway to like talk to this guy, and they were there for like 30 minutes to like an hour just talking to this guy. I was like,
so he was up to some sketchy business in your neighborhood.
Stolen valor, dude. He was probably walking around. Did he have a uniform on?
No, he just had a shirt that like you can go and buy from like
Walmart.
Yeah, like the army definitely
US
wouldn't
Army.
Just send some guy out in cargo shorts.
I think he was. I told that story to, like one of my mom's friends. She's like, "Oh, he wanted to use your bathroom to see if you had like a medicine cabinet and steal your drugs."
Oh, jeez.
That's weird.
I was like, the dude, I was like 15 or 16 at the time, so I was still like a big kid, and the dude was like tiny. He was tall and skinny.
So you could have taken him.
Yeah.
So even as a 15-year-old, you could have just beat his ass, dude.
Unless he had
body
like, a knife or something.
like
just busted on him.
Yeah. Busted on him? I would not.
Straight busted him, dude. Not busted on him, just busted him.
Okay, this is taking a turn for the worst here already.
Okay, I got it. I actually have a good one. When I was babysitting all my brothers and sisters, and if you guys don't know me, I have 6 brothers and sisters. So one of them's older than me, so he wasn't there, but I was babysitting the 5 that were, younger than me. and I was on the phone with one of my friends, and what had happened was this dude and this chick on a dirt bike or on a motorcycle rolled up to the house. Like, rolled up. I did not recognize these people at all, and I saw them, and I was like, shit.
Was
I
this
don't know.
in Idaho or California?
No, this was in California. Yeah, this is when I lived in Exeter.
So even worse.
Gun.
No gun, and there was creeps in Idaho. There's weird people, or in California. So I saw it out the front door like quick, and I was like, oh shit. And for some reason, I mean, that's a scary sight to see, especially when you're the oldest there at the house and you would have to take care of it. So I was like, oh shit, yeah, shit's about to go down. We might die right now. So what I did is I slammed the phone down. I ran into my little brother's room, Brendan, who was fast asleep. I was like, dude, get up right now, let's go. And so all the kids were luckily on that side of the house. So we go back and I grab all of them. I'm like, guys, we have to go right now. Go through the back door. So we go all the way to the back door, and I say, hop the fence, go to Bob's house. That's our neighbor. And he was there. I was like, go to Bob's house, sit on the porch. So I started like getting these kids over, and then my mom pulls up like over the fence, and my mom pulls up. I'm like, no shit. So I started running to the front. I was like, they're gonna hurt my mom. Like, they're gonna get to my mom right now. Mm-hmm. And she comes pulling up, and I was like, Mom, just please stop. Like, turn around. And she goes pulling up, flying into the driveway like nothing's going on. She walks to the front door. The dude takes off his helmet, and my mom's like, oh, hey, how's it going? And I was like, oh my god, it's one of our friends. And I don't remember his name. Brian. His name was Brian. It was Tanya and Brian. They were family friends forever, but I guess he had just got into like the whole motorcycle street thing. So he was like, hey, how's it going? He put on like 40 pounds of muscle too. This dude was stacked, dude. Leather jacket, bandana around his mouth, and a helmet on.
Yeah.
So this dude was scary, but thank God he was just family friends. But
that's good instincts though.
Yeah.
To be like, we're out of here.
Yeah.
Take anything you want.
Yeah, and these guys are little dickheads, and I saved their life at least 3 times in my lifetime, dude.
Dude, they
show me no respect.
Ridiculous.
Well, anyway, so I had pulled up an interesting article earlier, and I wasn't even looking for it, but it was things to talk about on a first date.
Uh-oh.
So, I mean, you guys are pretty young guys.
I've
never been on a date.
I haven't been on that many dates. My like first official date was terrible. It's like the worst thing I've ever experienced. Cause like,
what was his name?
Oh no!
Got him. No, really. So I'm gonna go through this list first, and then we'll talk about the experiences we've had, or just advice on what not to do. Because I know Ryan's here, and I don't think Ryan's ever had a date or had a kiss. And he's like, what are you, Ryan? Like 20? 17?
You
okay.
keep taking
close.
videos. What are you doing?
He's just being a creep on Snapchat.
Who are you sending that to?
Everyone.
He's trying to get a first date.
He's trying to get
He's probably sending it to some juniors.
Anyways, let's hear this list.
Okay, so the list. So it's 12 first date conversation tips that won't make you seem weird.
All right, hold on. We got to just say something really quick. If you feel the need to look up what you should say on a first date
to not seem weird,
you should probably hold off on the date.
Yeah.
And
study up a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe go through some practices with your friends or something like that. Or get to know the person, because if you go on a date, this is like kind of assuming that it's like a blind date, or it's not.
Which is what I did for my very first one.
Or like you just met someone and you're like, hey,
or you met someone, and seriously, we live in a day and age where we talk to that person, I'd say,
for a while.
You get their number first. You don't go on a date first.
Yeah.
you get their number or their Snapchat,
It's usually
and then
Snapchat.
yeah, it's Snapchat now, and you get to know them through that, and then you're like, hey, you know, I'm going to the movies. Would you want to come with me or something like that? So you get to know them, but this is kind of going straight like, hey, you're cute. Let's go on a date tomorrow. Okay, be here at 7.
But that's what DMs are for nowadays.
DMs, just yeah, I know.
You just
So
slide in real
slide
quick.
Yeah,
and you're
this
good.
is like so old fashioned. But anyway, it says number 1. This is things to not make you seem weird.
Okay, yeah.
The first thing it says is to admit you're nervous. Admit it that you're nervous. So it says chances are your date is nervous too. So coming out and admitting it can be an excellent icebreaker. I can see why. I can see why that would be a good point because yeah, I mean, there's a good chance the other person's nervous too. But why is that the first thing? Like, hey, I'm nervous.
Just not even anything. Not even a hey.
Nothing else.
I'm nervous. Just get it over with.
Yeah. Okay, so admitting you're nervous is the first one. And asking questions. That's number 2.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. Okay. Conversations should flow back and forth. If you're not asking the other person questions and you're only talking about yourself, you're either A, like not interested, B, self-absorbed, or both. That's a good one. I can agree with that. Ask questions, open up the conversations. Number 3 is ask about their favorites. Okay, that's normal. Number 4, don't spill your guts.
Like, don't dump everything on the table.
So
at one time.
yeah, so basically, don't say everything. Don't say everything that you would say maybe like a year or 2 in the relationship on the first date.
Oh yeah, you can't let them know how terrible of a person you are on the first date.
Yeah,
You have to ease into it.
Right, you can't let them know how such a loser you are.
Yeah,
day one.
exactly. That's definitely a thing that needs to gradually come up. You know, as you guys get to know each other, and then
So
if
weird.
you know she sticks around, she sticks around.
Yeah,
Not like
and then you just
Yeah.
release.
then you spill your guts. Then you tell
yeah.
them. You say, "Hey,
Uh-huh.
you know, I really am a freak, literally." That's pretty much all I have to say.
I don't think you would have to say that though. It'd
That's
just be
second. That's
tendencies.
second date material there.
No, that's not even a second date. It's just tendencies that would be going along. That would be going along from like just slowly easing into it. Just like, oh, okay, like, you know, you want to do this? Okay, that's fine. That's normal. And then it's like next time it's like, oh, let me put mayo in your ass crack. And
Okay, whoa.
dude, that's not a personal experience. Okay, I'm just saying on the top of my head.
I have never heard anybody say that before, though, besides you, Bryce.
Bryce, I think the computer's about to die. Dude.
We're rookies here. We're just getting started.
Bryce doesn't know what he's doing.
Problem solved,
I don't know
though.
what I'm doing.
We
Yeah,
got
dude,
Tech Master
everything.
Bryce here.
All I have to do is plug in a charger.
Dude, that's...
Okay, so the next one is avoid politics.
Yeah, that's probably good.
I think that's good, but
It's
I
got to
can-
come up at some point.
I can also say that you can kind of judge the kind of person they are before you even mention anything like that. Because some people, when you talk about politics, some people you could just absolutely set off.
Oh, 100%.
Just like a completely like liberal. Most liberals are like that, or even some like really, really strong Republicans or something like that. You can just set them off, and if you slightly don't agree with some of those people, then that's
game
it.
over.
Date's over.
Oh, yeah.
Date's over.
You can also tell in what they order to eat. Very much
What
so.
political?
If they order something and they say, does this come with, like, if it's a salad, they're like, oh, I don't want any chicken in that, I'm a vegetarian, and then that's the point where you just walk out.
I bet there's like Republican
Well,
vegetarians out
based on guys of your stature, I mean, is dating a vegetarian out of the question?
No, not at all, because then if she orders something that's got meat in it, guess who
You get
gets it
the
all?
meat?
I guess that's. Yeah.
Or if she's vegan and you order a dozen donuts and she's like, oh, I can't eat these, I'm vegan. You're like,
well,
I can't waste all 12 of these donuts.
Okay, why would she order a dozen donuts then if she's
no,
vegan?
if you did and you brought it back, you're like, hey, I brought you a gift.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, I can't eat those. And then you're just like, all right, I'm going to go eat
It's like, hey, I can't eat that. We've been dating for like 6 months now.
You're like, all right, well, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to go sit over there.
4 years, Jason. You know I can't have donuts.
You can have donuts still. And then that's when you just take the whole box and just eat it over the sink.
You're still doing this whole vegan thing?
Yeah.
I like the
Dude, have you ever,
detail that
dude,
over
the warm,
sink.
have you ever had, like, eating a dozen donuts? It's something that can be done, but you're like, you feel like
Dude,
trash
you
after it.
absolutely have to nap. After
Yeah,
that.
you're like, but have you ever had, like, the Krispy Kreme, like, you go and just get the plain ones when they're warm?
Oh,
Dude,
that.
you can eat, like, 4 of those before you even realize what you're doing. Like, there's something about when there's just the plain ones when they're warm, they just go down so easy. You're just like...
Just
I've
like
never
that.
had a better donut than a Krispy Kreme glazed donut.
Oh, but
Never.
plain
Dude,
one?
the
Yeah.
warm ones are the best.
When they're warm, dude, it's
Oh my
lethal.
gosh.
It's lethal.
Yeah, but every time I eat a donut now, I have to take a nap. I have to, dude. It's just like, I mean, look how they make them. It's just thick batter thrown in oil.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
it.
that's literally
There's-
the worst thing
there's your
ever
breakfast.
for you.
Straight with some
Have a great day. Have a great start to your
Good
day.
morning. Here's something to clog your arteries.
Yeah, I'm gonna wake up
Yeah,
and
dude.
then go back to sleep because I have to.
Yeah.
Because I'm so full of carbs.
That's why everybody eats them on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
That's such a waste of the day.
Dude, I mean, if
Donuts?
you have a heck of a nightlife.
That's true.
you know
I
what
do
mean?
actually.
You know?
I have a crazy nightlife. Dude.
Okay.
Just straight jacking those wins in Fortnite,
Fortnite,
B.
yeah.
Okay, number 6. Don't lie.
That's a big one.
I think we could switch that from don't lie to kind of more or less don't exaggerate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, exaggerating is lying, first of all. But, I mean, what happens when you are down the road with this person and, yeah, who knows, you really, really like them. And then not only did you exaggerate about your dick size, which she already knows about now, but you exaggerated about all these different things, and she's just like realizing, like, wow, this dude's like a shithead. This dude's a
You
dude.
can't start your relationship off by lying to somebody. That just is opening everything up for something really terrible.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if that's the backbone, yeah.
Can't even.
I mean,
trust
I'm
each
not
other.
gonna. I'm not out here trying to give. Relationship facts or
I wanna see
anything.
that.
But
What does it
Oh, we already
say?
got feedback. Instant mail.
What does it say?
Yeah, you gotta read it out
okay,
loud.
whose letter is this? Who's this from? Read.
It literally
Okay.
just slid under the door.
We
I
got
heard
this
it.
letter under the door right here, and this is what it says.
Something like you're trying too hard to be funny.
We are going to dinner with a huge period. You guys want to go? So that was very, very sweet. I bet it was Lauren.
Very thoughtful.
Yeah. Very thoughtful, but
Ryan,
Not
send
the
a
pass.
message back. Tell them we're busy.
yeah, Ryan, write it back and say we're busy. Actually, you know what? I'm checking that out. Yeah, save that. When they leave, we're going to dinner. Like 15 minutes.
15 minutes, really?
Maybe longer. Okay. What was the last one? Don't lie. Okay.
All right, so number 7. right?
Number 7 is don't one-up them.
Oh, 100%.
Hunt it.
Don't do it.
Have
That
you
isn't even.
seen-
That isn't even for dating. That's just
Have
for
you
like.
seen Deadpool, though? It worked out for him.
Dude, that's a
fictional
superhero, dude.
movie.
And they're what?
A superhero, dude. That
You can't compare yourself
can
to
literally
Deadpool.
do whatever he wants, first of all.
That's true.
Yeah, sure.
And he can like, I mean, he can get shot 86 times.
Yeah, there are literally no
He's back.
repercussions for his actions.
Yeah.
So,
So
definitely don't one up them. That's not even just like relationship advice. That's like just being a
that's a
decent
good
person.
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if someone tells you a story like Cheeky did earlier when I was telling a story and Cheeky just instantly jumped in. and
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
Cheeky
As you
is.
have-
Yo, this is way creepier than your story. Shut up right now.
Just take everything Cheeky does on this podcast and just throw it out the window. Don't even try
Those
to.
baby head, those like realistic babies are weird. I don't know why people own them.
Dude, they're collectibles, dude.
I would literally like sleep in my grandma's house and I would like just stare at them I was like, one of those.
Well, that was your problem.
One of those eyes are gonna start glowing.
Yeah,
red.
you don't want to stare at them.
Yeah, so then I turn around, dude, and they're gonna jump me. They're gonna kill me. So I have to keep my eyes on. I gotta know when I'm gonna have to fight some like plastic
so you're just
doll.
ready to square up with one of these dolls. Okay, that's interesting.
All right, is 7 the limit that they go here?
They actually do 12.
Holy cow!
Yeah, there's 12. So we'll go to 10.
If you're not a master after reading this list, then
if you are still thought of as being weird on your first date, then you're out of luck, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So number 8, ask about their job. Don't ask about their salary. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go past that one. Talk about past relationships, but avoid too much ex talk. So this is one that I straight up have to disagree with. Why bring up your exes on the first date?
Wait, hold on. Can you repeat the?
Don't or talk about past relationships, but avoid too much ex talk.
I think that don't bring up past relationships at all.
Yeah.
Well,
like I don't want to hear about. I don't want to hear about your failed relationships.
Yeah.
So just don't talk about
it. Yeah.
Like we're trying to build a new one right here. We don't need to start digging up old stuff.
Yeah, I think that's maybe like. I mean, after you run out of stuff to talk about, after maybe your first, second, maybe even third date, you go on to the fourth date, and then you're like, oh, so, what happened in your past relationships?
But if you're like so caught up in it, and on the first date, you're like, oh my gosh, my ex, he did this or she did this and that, and you're just like, the person having to listen to that is just instantly.
Has that ever happened to you guys?
Oh, 100%.
100%.
100%.
That was pretty. That was a pretty quick response.
Yeah.
I haven't. How many dates have you been on?
Enough to have just about every single thing on this list happen to me.
I've only been on like one like real date. I feel like, and it was the worst experience of my life. It was the worst experience of my life.
So you can't really speak to many of this.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Much of this stuff. Okay. Yeah, I had that happen before. I didn't realize at the time, but it was just like this girl I was talking to like a month down the road. I mean, we went on like one date, like to Starbucks or something.
Yeah. And
like that's seriously all she talked about. And I was like, oh, like that sucks. Like, trying to console her or just talk to her like as a friend, because I was just trying to get to know her. And yeah, like a month later, she was like, oh, hey, I hadn't even talked to her in like 2 weeks, and she texted me. She's like, oh, hey, I'm getting back with my ex. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, totally expecting that, but thanks anyway.
I definitely I forget what we were doing. I think we were going out for coffee or something, and we got coffee from this one place, and this girl that I was taking out was like, oh my gosh, me and my ex, and she said his name, like I knew the guy. And
is this the girl that went to school with you?
Yeah, I went to school with her. And she said this guy's like name. I knew who he was because I knew they dated in the past. And because like me and this girl were friends. And she's like, oh yeah, such and such. We used to always do this. And I was like, all right, how do you get me back to your house? I was like, just totally done. Not interested.
That's sad, dude. Like that's pretty embarrassing.
Definitely want to talk about it, but not on the first date.
Yeah.
I just want to get to know the person on the first date.
Yeah, I mean, you just want to be one-on-one, how do we match up, and then you go from there, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the last one we'll cover right now is to speak up. Number 10. Speak up.
Oh, just being quiet.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if your mom... So they say, if the other person does something that makes you uncomfortable, subtly puts you down, is rude, don't just take... Okay.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, okay. So it's not like speak up as far as like be louder. Like it's not like, hey, you look really good tonight.
Hey,
no, it's hey, don't be a dickhead to me.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's just like if they make like a snide comment or like rude to the waiter, just don't sit there and like let them. Like speak up, which I mean I don't think that's necessary, because I think at that point you just see how the person is. If they're like being a dick or a douchebag to the waitress or the waiter, then you see right off the bat like this is a shitty person.
Exactly.
So
yeah, I agree with that.
So you're welcome. Now you don't have to seem weird. on your dates.
You got advice from
Ryan. There you
Thick
go,
Boys?
Ryan.
What are
You
you
don't have to be
doing?
such a weirdo on your dates. Just like you're being a weirdo recording everything we're saying. That's copyright, by the way. I'm suing you.
Do we have to
after
have
this.
permission to fire him, or is it?
I don't even think he's hired.
We just
He's not.
I don't think he's hired.
He's not
no.
on payroll, so we don't have
He's-
cause to just cut him.
Yeah, we can
We'll see ya.
just kick him out.
What
We can
are
beat
you
him
doing,
up.
Ryan?
You know what? I'm trying to like support you guys in the middle of your podcast, by the way. So sorry about the interruptions.
All right. Anyhow,
Okay.
that was our 12. That was Google's 12 tips.
10.
10
We
tips?
didn't
10.
do the last two.
10. Yeah,
Didn't
we
even
didn't
do
we
the
didn't
last
go
two.
to the last two. No, but I thought that was very interesting, and you're welcome.
I think that's helpful.
That was helpful.
Maybe
I think-
some women watching they learn, what a thick guy's perspective
A
is.
thick boy, dude.
Yeah, not even
You-
just a normal
Succulent.
guy.
a succulent,
Succulent.
a
'Cause
thick man.
There's just guys and there's thick guys.
I'm
Yes.
succulent
And
now. I'm
we're
ashamed of
A1.
that.
A1,
facts.
A1 thickness.
I mean, he deserves the best.
Succulent.
he just needs a beard, dude, and he'll be
Mole.
completely.
I'm trying to
grown
grow
out.
right now, but
He'll be
There it is.
completely. Look at that thick beard coming in.
We don't even have a high enough camera to pick that up.
So
Yeah,
itchy.
we don't have a 10,000 megapixel camera to
That's
pick
probably
that up.
gross.
I think it looks fire. Anyhow.
Okay, so the next thing I guess we'll cover is I thought my fiance was asking me these questions the other night, and I was like, that would be really cool to get these guys' perspective on this stuff.
Okay.
And a lot of people, I mean, if you guys are watching, feel free to comment your best question. Please don't say anything weird either, like the last time.
Oh no,
my
I'm
God.
worried.
Guy.
I'm worried already.
Yeah, this is gonna be weird,
He's
but
gonna
this
come
is
back.
would you rather?
Uh-oh.
Okay, would you rather? Now I pulled this up, so we're just gonna pick some random ones here. The first one, and this one is always kind of a struggle for me to decide, because I really don't want to know. But would you rather know the date of your death or the cause of your death?
Ooh. That's weird. I don't
That's
know.
a really tough one.
Yeah.
If you know the cause, then you just live in fear. Like,
But
man, I
it-
don't want that to happen.
Death cannot be avoided by acting upon the knowledge, though.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
you cannot.
I probably
you
wanna
can't
know-
change anything.
I probably, honestly, want to know the date, so then I can just live my life to the fullest to that point. You know what I'm saying? If I knew I was gonna die like within 2 years, I would drop out of college. First of all, would not
Okay.
even waste my time because who
Okay.
cares? I'm gonna die, right?
So you want to know the date?
Yeah, I want to know the date, and I just live it up. You know?
I think I would like to know how I die. Because what if it's like something hilarious?
What?
Like,
Something
Hilarious?
Yeah.
What?
Like I get killed by a beached whale. Like I go try to help save a beached whale and it rolls on top of me. And I'm like, oh, this is so funny.
Poor whale.
Poor whale.
I feel bad
It's like
for
I
the
killed by
whale.
one of my own.
How big is this whale that we're talking about? 'Cause I feel
We're talking about
Killed by
a.
one of my
a-
own.
Oh man. We didn't even
Okay.
have to roast him. He just did it himself.
Okay. So Jason, you got the date, and you
Yeah,
said
I wanna know the date.
how. Okay.
Yeah, because if it was like something super funny, I could tell people.
Okay.
Yeah, but people wouldn't believe it. They'd be like, "Yeah, dude, you're
They'd be like,
free.
dude,
How do you know
Yeah.
that?"
Like, check this out, dude.
I think
I'm gonna-
I would want to know the cause because I would just be so paranoid at
Yeah.
knowing the date. Like I would just, that's all I would think about leading up to that date. Like it'd be like,
Yeah, I can see
oh,
that.
look at what I just accomplished. Oh, it doesn't matter. You're gonna die in a year anyway.
But what if the cause is like stabbed or drowned? Like I feel like that's terrible.
I
You
feel
have to
like-
live with that in the back of
I
your
do
head.
feel like that would cause a lot of paranoia too. I mean,
Like-
either one of these.
So then
yeah,
you wake up
you'd be
every
like-
day and you're like, "Oh my gosh, today could be the day that I get stabbed."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if anybody's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, like you want to go to Walmart?" You're like, "Not really."
I might get stabbed.
Or if you drown and then somebody's like, "Hey, you want to go swimming?" and you're like, "No, I'm gonna drown one day." And they're like,
I'm gonna drown, dude.
and then you just fall in your bathtub that night and
Yeah.
drown in the shower.
You flip backwards.
Yeah.
And then you regret everything because you could have gone swimming that day.
Okay,
and at
so
least
we
had a
got
good time.
we got 2 cause and 1 date. Okay,
Okay, yeah.
that's fair. Okay. Let's see what else do we got here. Would you rather wipe out all of the bad people or wipe out all the bad non-living things?
Like, what do you mean? What qualifies?
So natural disaster, pollution, global warming, stuff like that. If global warming is actually real, or
Do
like,
you not believe in global warming?
Global warming is a farce.
No.
I'm not gonna get into it because I'm not
I don't wanna know
gonna
the
make
answer.
myself sound stupid, but
I don't want to know the answer.
I have seen the South Park. Okay, Man, Bear, Pig.
Seen the evidence.
Yeah.
What qualifies someone as a bad person?
Like a murderer, rapist, child molester, feminazi.
Oh my word! Worst person on the whole list.
That is straight up on the list, so I didn't make that up right
Yeah,
there.
who made that list?
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
This
who
is
did
just a
make that?
website.
Oh, the website.
Yeah.
It's just
All right.
with the
So
bad-
I'm physically like wiping out these people that are terrible.
No, not you. It's just like
the no.
Oh, they just
no,
infinity.
you're not just
Like
you don't just
Thanos.
become like the Punisher and you're just
I was
like
gonna say,
wrecking these people like as they walk
the
by. You.
equalizer.
That would be
You're
pretty
just like
cool.
walking by and you just get like a notification or something. Like, oh, this
Just
person's a
straight
bad
busting
person.
fools on the street,
Yeah.
dude.
Just going out for a quick bite to eat, and then you end up
So
killing
like,
somebody.
yeah, you just get like a notification in front. It's like, oh, this person
Yeah, dude.
likes to steal stuff, and you're just like, just take him out.
I feel like that's like not necessarily our place to, like that's not our place to put like give justice. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody makes mistakes.
Well, I mean- Whose place would it be then?
I think that's.
I don't know.
I think
You
the
think
only
it would be
person.
God's
What was
place?
the other
I think
one,
the
like-
only person that can really, honestly, truly and honestly, judge us for that stuff is the Lord.
Exactly. So the other question though is, would it wipe out all the bad non-living things, which he
Which
he
would be
put in
like
play
what?
too. So
That's true.
either way, it's kind of, let's just say this is our decision.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Let's just say we could do it ourselves.
Okay.
I'd almost go with the people because I just like the idea of like just being like going about my normal day and then getting like a notification. It's like this person's a rapist, and I just feel like, oh shit, back to work. And just like pulling out a gun. It's like,
Back to work.
yeah,
You're just on a date, trying not to be weird.
yeah, try not to be weird.
Which you know how to do now because
Yeah.
you watched this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm, like,
And you
sitting
just
there.
like pull out your silenced pistol
And
and
you
just snipe.
definitely you don't tell her, on your first date when you're not supposed to dump your guts, right?
Yeah.
So you're just like, hey, I'll be right back.
Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
And then you shoot the girl in the head because she's the rapist.
She's the rapist. She's the.
Oh,
No,
my
it's like
Plot twist.
you go to one of
100%.
those. You go to one
Crazy.
of those fancy restaurants. There's like the dude in the bathroom. It's like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. He's come back covered in blood. It's like, oh, what happened? Nothing. Had spicy
Or
food.
how much sexier would it be if you're like, yeah, so I mean like
I'm a
your
hitman.
story was cool and everything.
You're not
Oh, so
supposed
you
to
want up
one
her?
up. You're
Yeah,
not supposed to one up.
I know you're not
She's like,
supposed
yeah.
to. I know you're not supposed to, but at this point, it's like, yeah, I mean, I took care of global warming. Like, it's no longer a thing because of me.
Yeah.
Like, she'd be like, oh my god, do me right now.
If you want instant, like just
She's like, oh,
Instant.
the Earth may not be getting hot, but I am.
alrighty, yep.
That's a good one. I like that.
Dude, or it could be like, but then what if you were the dude that like you had to kill all the bad people, and then she's like, oh, let's go meet my parents, and then you like get there and you get a notification and it's her dad, and you're like, oh,
Oh no.
Well, dude, because
Well, you gotta
it's-
dump her ass then. 'Cause
Honestly-
that shit runs in the family.
but you could ixnay the dad, if you have to do what you got to do in that situation.
just make it look like.
And then she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so upset," and you're like, "Here, baby girl.
Let me console you.
Here, baby girl. just wrap up
Here.
my
It's like
arms."
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
I
Just gotta
don't even
kill
watch
the dad.
anything.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no, he didn't kill him for sure. That's not how that
Didn't
movie
kill him, but
goes.
it was so similar to that.
Honestly, I'd
Who
probably
is
say-
this? Do you guys know who this is?
Yeah.
Somebody writing some.
Colmate
Questionable.
Edwards.
Oh, I don't know.
So he says, first of all, he would want to know the date. Second of all, he would want to know, or he would want to get rid of all the bad things,
I have a feeling I know who that is.
which is cool. I mean, that's cool.
I'd have to agree with him on the bad things. I feel like
I
would
think
save more lives and
I don't know,
less-
dude. I feel like it would be more justified if he was like, oh, they died by natural disaster,
That's true.
rather than, oh, this guy raped them and now they're screwed for life or they're possibly dead. So I think I would want to wipe out all the bad people. That's my final answer.
I would only wipe out the bad people if I got like notifications on my phone.
What is up
And
with
I-
you being so
Why?
intrigued over the, like, why does
Yeah.
it have to be
I don't
notification?
know. It's my life.
That is the only way I'll do it.
Boring.
If I got a letter or it was written in the sky, I would hate it. But if I got a ping on my phone, I would be down.
What if it was like
Right, just
what
chance
is
I
it?
get
Is it
an email.
Wanted? Where they curve the bullet? Wanted, right? Is
Oh,
that
I don't
movie
know, but
with
that movie
Angelina
is
Jolie?
sick. Yeah.
I
Right?
haven't seen it.
I think it's Wanted, and they have this big like sewing thing, and in the yarns of this like sewing machine, they find like, oh, I think it's a sewing machine. I can't remember. It's some type of big contraption, and they see, yeah, it is, and different weaves mean different letters. So a weave like under means this letter, and there's a guy that like looks at all the strands and writes down the letters that it means, and it spells out a name. And that name tells somebody, one of the hitmen, to kill that person.
That's what I do. I'd
So if
make
your
a
name
syndicate.
shows up in the
Oh, yeah, okay.
in
Yeah,
the
I remember
fibers,
that.
then you get to
Yeah, I
get
remember
killed. So
that.
it's like, oh, my fate is in this.
I'd have to like
cloth weaving.
recruit people though. I'd have to form a syndicate, a global syndicate of assassins. It'd be John Wick, basically.
Plus, never mind. I'm not going to say that one.
You'd have to-
Okay.
I would definitely. I don't know. That's a really tough one.
So mine was bad people. Final answer. Jason.
I'm just gonna do bad things. Final answer.
Bad
because
things.
Bad people.
Bad people. Only if you got a notification on your phone. Got
I
it.
did it personally.
What if you had glasses that like scoped out bad people, like highlighted in red?
Ugh, that'd be cool.
That'd be even cooler.
You don't get a notification though.
But like then you go to like some big city and you just see red everywhere. And you're like, ah.
What if
Damn,
it
this
was
is gonna be a lot of work.
Well, what is the scale of like bad things? Like, did somebody like, get in a fight and then they're like,
no.
oh,
This is
person-
like life-altering things that people
Okay.
did for
Alright.
their pleasure.
Well, what if they
affect another
killed
person.
somebody, but to them personally, they were like, I have to do it. This person's bad, and they
So
killed that
they
person.
think the person's bad.
Yeah. So, but like, what if somebody's after cheating?
You're
like,
getting
what if,
way too technical. Would you just rather take out the bad things of the world or the bad people? That's
Dude,
it.
bad people
You're getting way too into
Oh,
this.
I'm thinking, what if somebody comes for cheeky because
I'm
he's been
going
killing
murder.
people?
I'm
So
playing
technically,
judge,
he's a
jury,
murderer.
executioner. Yeah. They won't get me.
Think
But
about
they wouldn't
that.
know because they didn't get the notification on their phone.
What if
dude.
they have,
wouldn't
like,
kill them.
what if there's a different company that hired him? And was like, yo, this guy cheeky, he's going around
Murking people left and right.
and he's taking all their coupons for
Judge,
Carl
jury, and
Jr.
executioner. Dude, fuck Carl Jr. Don't even at me with that shit.
Dude. Yeah, I'm definitely
Alright.
going with the natural disasters.
Dude, I'm thinking
Okay.
about bad people.
But flash floods is not part of it,
Why?
just because I don't want it to be.
What, you like flash floods?
No, not necessarily flash floods, but rising water levels.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
No, it's a good thing.
Like flash floods. That's what got the kids in Thailand, like trapped in the cave, wasn't it?
I don't know. I was wondering how the heck they got in that cave.
Like they
in the
were
first
like
place.
they were in the they like played their soccer game or something. And they're like
They were like, yo, let's go jump in a cave to celebrate.
explore the cave. And they've been there before, but then it was like monsoon season, and there was like a flash
Okay, so that's
flood,
what
I
happened.
guess.
Okay.
And they're like, shit, we're stuck here.
Shit.
When's that movie coming out, by the way?
Oh, jeez. That's way too soon.
I can tell you, I wasn't even listening to you, to be honest. I was actually looking for the next question.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready for the next question.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hit me with it.
next question. Would you rather have a partner who has contrasting religious views as you or political views?
Ew.
Definitely political views. 100% political.
100%?
views. Not even a question in my mind.
Now, what if they were like
How much contrast though?
polar opposites? Like if you're conservative, they're like super liberal. Or if you're liberal, they're super conservative Republican. You know?
I'm definitely going with the political views here.
Well, I could probably go religion.
So you got political, your religion,
Yeah.
you're not very
I'm pretty lax on religion.
Right. Yeah. A lot of people are. See, I'm a pretty religious guy, so I would have to say political views. That would really strongly rub my brother the wrong way, though, because he's very strong politically. But you don't really get, at least around here, you don't really get that.
Yeah, not too much.
Yeah.
But I think it was during the primaries, Idaho had the largest Democratic caucus ever.
Idaho's demographics are weird, man.
Yeah.
But that's also because I think
more diverse.
I think it's also because like everybody in Idaho was like, "Yo, we got to show out and do something," because literally the only people that know us, the only people that know about us are the people that eat potatoes. So they were like, "We got to show out in some way or something."
Yeah, Idaho's weird because if you're like,
yeah,
you're in like Meridian, it's like, oh, this is pretty like Republic. Like Meridian is kind of diverse, but then you get to Boise and it's like you just walk around and you can be like, Boise's a pretty liberal city. It feels like.
Yeah, I think a lot of that was from. I think it's a lot from Portland.
Yeah, I think downtown Boise is where it's concentrated.
Yeah,
so
very,
it's a
very fine.
Small.
Yeah.
It's a very small region, but it's very, very dense.
Also, I'm sure if you went up to northern Idaho and the Coeur d'Alene, like the city of Coeur d'Alene,
dude, Idaho's like Idaho is like Florida. It's like the more north you go, the more south it gets.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. That's very wrong in a lot of ways.
What do you
Wisdom Master said political views. Okay.
Dude, you pull up, you go more, it's a joke, right? South is considered racist, right? So you go more north in Idaho, you start running into those camps.
I think that's mostly made up.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I don't think that's even legal.
I know at one point there was like Aryan Brotherhood camps up in northern Idaho.
Yeah, maybe in the 1920s.
No, in like the 1980s.
Wow.
Very recent history.
Well, I mean, when was the
That
KKK?
was 38 years ago, Cheeky.
It's, in relative terms, it's very recent.
Yeah.
It could be debated, though. I'm not
So,
sure.
Wisdom Master said political views helps all the polar opposites.
I think if
gives us a chance to express and see the other side.
Exactly, especially if you like really love somebody. Like obviously, it says that you have to be in a relationship with this person, right?
Yeah, it's your partner.
So
yeah,
like, I feel like if you love each other, you guys are gonna be more open-minded, rather than you just debating with some fool on the street. Like, hey, be conservative. He's like, no.
Well, yeah,
and
there's no emotional investment there, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, and you don't care about the other person, so you can just absolutely flame them, and then they're like, hey, I still hate you, and you're like, touche.
Bet.
And then you guys are still not, like, you guys hate each other even more now.
Okay, so we got a question here. Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future or 10 minutes into the future of anyone but yourself?
Ooh, I don't know.
Is this a one-time thing?
By the way, guys, if you are watching, make sure you give us a follow so you know when we do go live. I meant to tell you guys the schedule is hopefully going to be Thursdays or Fridays at this time, probably 6 p.m., and then Sundays around 9:30. So
also make sure you smash that follow button.
Smash it.
Don't just click it.
Don't.
I want you to smash it.
Don't be conservative. Just smash it.
Smash it.
Anyway, would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future or 10 minutes?
I think it's almost kind of pointless to see into somebody else's future. And it's only 10 minutes, so like, what good would that do you?
I mean, could you act on that though? I cannot pronounce the name, but can we act on it? Like if we see their future and like say they're gonna get hurt or say they're gonna be doing something cool that affects you, I don't know. Can we act on that? We'll wait on that response and then we'll answer the question. Wisdom Master said if we could see 10 of anyone else, then we could see the people that hang with us and see what they have been doing with us. So we could see our own. So yeah, I was actually gonna say that too. Yeah. So I was gonna say other people because you could technically see if you were 10 minutes in their future, you could see your own too.
I would do other people because like if you can't act on it, or I'm just assuming you can't act on it, you can't change anything. So why would I want to see 10 minutes?
So we
of my
can.
own future?
The ruling here is we can act on it.
You can act on your own future.
You can act on either your own future or you can act on someone else's future, depending on what you choose.
If we want to like really dive into this, it's kind of hard to explain the thoughts I have running through my head. You can always like it's gonna be pointless to change your own future. I feel like because you see what's gonna happen in the future, and either it's gonna happen or you can do something totally opposite. But there's gonna be an effect. It's like a cause and effect to either one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that sounds.
You guys
so
are getting
much,
so into this. Like, you guys are getting so technical.
It's just because I have such a big brain,
No.
and I've been to college for a year, so
Oh, okay.
I don't have anything to do with all this
I
knowledge.
do other people's future because like what would be more interesting.
I feel like I wouldn't necessarily use that trait. Like I wouldn't, unless it was like a girl, and I was like, "Hey, what are you doing in 10 minutes?"
Let me tell you.
Let's go.
And if she's in 10 minutes, if she's giving me her number, then I'm like, "Sure, I'll pursue it." But if in 10 minutes I'm just like walking away,
So you would see other people's.
I'm just gonna go with other people's. Yeah,
To basically to better your life.
to better my dating life. Yeah.
Dating.
Or
life.
maybe even, you know what I'm thinking? It could probably better my fishing career too.
Oh.
Dude, who has a
What do you
fishing
think
career?
about that? If I look into the future of somebody else, that's
Like, this is the
real.
spot-
That's
this is the spot they're going to.
that's
make that first.
major town cheating.
Yeah,
Dude, that actually,
that's true.
nice.
Like
Yeah.
that's big time cheating.
Or if you're like you could, I would do other people's future and play poker.
That's cheating too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cheating, but nobody
No
has
one
that.
knows.
Nobody knows that.
But if you could see your own future and you play poker, you could look in the future and you'd be like, oh, I
Let's see what
have
hands
terrible
are like.
cards. All right, guys, and then you make up some excuse to leave. Like, this is rigged. This guy's got cards up his sleeve. I'm out. And for that reason, I'm out.
okay, Mark.
I would do that. You could do either almost and play poker.
If you're with somebody and you're looking into their future, you could honestly look into your own future and see what they're doing. So it doesn't necessarily make a big difference.
Yeah, technically.
I'd do other people's future and then play poker because then I'd be like, oh, this is what they're doing in 10 minutes. This is the hand I got.
My future is impending, so I wouldn't necessarily want to see into my own future because it's going to happen either way, no matter what I do. So definitely choosing other people's future.
All right.
And then I'd break the bad news to them. And I'm like, guess what happens in your future? And then I just laugh.
So we got a little bit of feedback here. Wisdom Master said, "Oh my, you could pick up on any girl."
That's facts.
I mean, it's facts though, because you can see into 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
But can you see into 10 minutes multiple times? Because I guess if you said into 10 minutes, if you were to try one pickup line, you could see how that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
But if you could be like Doctor Strange and like run 800,000 different scenarios in like 10 seconds and see 10 minutes in the future, then you can see what would work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
I'm
mean, you
thinking
can
maybe
use it that way.
You can see into the future 10 minutes, and then you have to wait another 10 minutes to do it again because it recharges like a battery.
Now we're making a rule.
Well, gee, you just made a rule earlier to where you're trying to get notifications to okay your execution of people. So I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, so you just made you made that rule. All right, so the next one, okay, let's see here.
My back is
Would you rather be able to fly or read minds? This goes again to the future and the
fly. I'd be fly. Oh, like, 'cause you know why?
why?
Dude, people think of like weird shit all the time, and you're like, oh, I want to read this person's mind. And you like read their mind, and they're thinking about something nasty. And you're just like,
Or if you're talking to them about something and you're like hoping they're paying attention, so you read their mind and they're not thinking about it, and your like feelings are really hurt, and you're like, jeez.
or like you're like at a party.
Bitch, dude.
You're like on a
Gee.
You're talking to this girl, you're like, man, I really am wanting to get her number, take her out, get to know her, and you read her mind, she's thinking about her ex, and you're just like, that one hurts, dude. Definitely
it's like
flying.
people
Fly?
Yeah.
So two all around?
And then
we
I
all
can
got
just fly away
because
from
they're
it.
flying, you're like, oh shit, I'm late for work, and you just like, poof, fly.
Yeah, but people can't catch you flying because then they'll detain you and run tests on you.
Bro, I think
I don't care.
I don't think you would have to work if you could fly.
That's facts.
I
They would not have any problems. They couldn't
Yeah.
catch you. They're like, oh, the IRS, like, you're not paying your taxes. You're like,
You know what I would do?
we'll see ya. You fly.
Dude, you know what I'd do if I'd fly? I'd work for Amazon and become the best delivery man ever.
Oh my god, what a
Take
waste,
over the
dude.
company.
Dude,
Take over
they
the
don't even
company.
Waste.
I don't think
They're
Amazon
not gonna
has
let a
delivery guys.
guy take over the company
Jeff,
because you
Jeff's
can
gonna
fly.
be like, dude, this guy delivers
On a
packages.
first name basis, like you know him
Yeah.
personally.
Jeff's gonna be like, dude,
Jeff.
this dude delivers packages so fast, and
They
then
don't
I'm gonna
even
go in. I'm gonna go in his office, get a ding, take him out, and just take over the company.
Yeah, they don't have like there's like designated Amazon guys. They just send it in the U.S. mail service.
I'll become a mailman. Then.
Yeah, it'd probably be
So,
like,
but then
it'd
Jeff
probably be
wouldn't-
like $70. Do you want our guy to fly it over there
You
for
know,
you? You
how
can do
fast
that
can I
right now.
fly?
And most people would be like,
you can
nah.
you can get it in 30 minutes. New feature, we got a guy that can fly.
You got a
30-minute
dude that can
delivery
fly.
right now.
Dude, you get straight burnt out. You get
Yeah.
burnt out
You have
after
to
like a
back
few.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, leave a meal for him so he can refuel real quick. So he can fly
Leave a
home.
gallon of Dr. Pepper
Yeah.
Ice cold. It's
and
gonna be
a
ice
whole pallet
cold.
of Twinkies and
Gotta get our boy home. Dude, it's like 10 years down
he'll
the
just
road.
wear you know one of those belts that joggers wear with different fluids in them. They're
Yeah,
just like,
like-
I gotta drink this now. Really? It's like, do you need
He's gonna
that?
be like Santa,
He's
dude.
gonna have one of those belts.
Make sure you leave your
Yeah.
Amazon delivery guy a packet of Twinkies and some Dr. Pepper, or you won't get
Yeah,
your
it's
package
not a
delivered.
milk and cookies anymore. It's a packet of Twinkies and Dr. Pepper.
Can you imagine it's like 10 years down the road, I'm like, my career didn't pan out.
You're
I'm
just like an old,
I'm
the
old
one of the
like,
old dudes that has to wear a knee brace everywhere.
Like Wolverine Origins, the one dude that was like indestructible. His like name was Bob or something, and he got really fat. Like later on, it'd just be like that. It'd be like, oh,
Just an indestructible fat guy.
yeah. I was like, oh, I need to fly, and I'm like,
Just like a duck or something.
yeah.
I was thinking that,
Chicken.
like, if you got the ability to fly, it would accept everything about you. So if you were like, you know, say you were 280, it'd be like, okay, this guy's 280. We need to have enough force to make 280 pounds fly.
Dude, what else can you do like with fly?
I think
you can make money at the circus.
Dude, you guys are thinking of the worst professions. Well, if you could do something nobody on this world can do, you would obviously have to be a YouTube superstar.
The
How do you-
best vlogging footage, dude.
Yeah, dude. Hey guys, what's up? I'm flying to Costa Rica.
The audio would be absolutely terrible.
Yeah. There you go.
So you're basically watching like a 30-minute clip of some guy flying through the air, which you can basically do out
It's
of
like,
the,
hey guys,
out
flying
of the
over the
window
White
of a
House right
Southwest
now.
airplane.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna go fly inside Donald Trump's room
Yeah, I'm
right
flying
now.
over the White House and then just fall
Just
down
snipe
dead.
you. Okay, so
Just
do any of you guys know Mike Hunt?
Mike Hunt.
Hi, Mike Hunt. How are you, buddy?
I feel like you should delete his comment right now.
No, that was a good one. That was funny. Okay, yeah, we got absolutely fly. Looks like through everyone
Dude, I'd be a
else.
bank robber if I could fly. I'd roll into a bank, stake the place up, and just fly away. Police will get there. Where'd he go?
Are you gonna?
I mean,
bust-
you could become a bad person.
Yeah,
I
but
could
you
kill myself. Dude. It's like
you
one
can
day.
fly, but you're not invincible, so you can't go straight
Yeah.
through the roof.
No, yeah,
you
I'd
would
run
literally
out and
die.
just like, can you imagine that? If I was
You
like,
are in no way quick enough to run in, steal the money, and then run
I think that
out.
would be the problem. You can get away, but it's
No,
what you're
you know
doing
what
on your
beat-
feet
you know
that would be the
beat-
problem.
You'd have to be a team, because then you'd have like one guy. You run out, hand me all the money and stuff, and I fly away.
And then they
And
get
then
arrested,
they-
and then you're just like,
no,
hey.
and then they're like, then the cops get there, like, oh, you stole the dude. What are you talking about? We don't have money on us. I'm like, oh,
But then they're like, well, they wouldn't care. Like, they're not just gonna let you go and be like, oh, you have black masks on, but no money. You're
no.
fine.
But then
dude.
they
Just
drive
get out.
away. They get in a getaway car, and drive away. Then if they get caught, they're like, well, we don't have the money. We never stole.
Oh, there you go.
Then can you imagine if I was doing that, but then I was also still executing bad guys, and like one day I'm like 80 years old and I get a ding on my phone. It's like, chase them down. I gotta take them out.
I thought we established that it wasn't a phone notification; it was sunglasses.
There's something. Did I just look in the mirror and I'm just red? I'm like, it's like Looper. gotta take myself out.
We got any more questions rolling in here?
Yeah, not from the chat. No,
Not from the chat. Okay, let's.
not from the chat. We're
what's
gonna
the
pull one
personal
from the
stash?
website, and this will be the last one here.
Okay.
Which movie is better, Harry Potter or Twilight? I'm just kidding. That is a terrible question. It's absolutely Harry Potter.
Dude, Twilight's pretty good.
Let's see. I can't find any really good ones here. Okay, this one's interesting.
All right.
Would you rather be caught cheating or catch your partner cheating?
On what? So on a person, you're cheating on a person.
Like at video games?
Oh my god, cheeky. That was such a nerdy thing to say, dude.
Calorie count?
Dude, thick boys are already low on the totem pole. Don't make it worse for us.
No, what are you talking about, dude? We're at the top.
That's facts.
Dude, we're about to be in season.
That's true. Dad bods are in, so.
Dad bods are in. I invented dad
Okay.
bods.
So, what would it be for you guys?
I feel like such a shitty person if I cheated on someone.
Oh yeah.
I never.
Yeah.
That's so shitty to do.
Yeah.
That's terrible, honestly.
And I think it would be 100% different if you were caught doing it too.
Yeah.
Like you're already feeling like shit by doing it, and then you get caught.
And you're like, fuck.
And then you just
Like
ruined,
just
like,
absolutely
you ruined
devastating.
the
I feel like I'd
person's-
rather catch someone cheating because then be like, well, at least it wasn't my fault.
So you would rather catch them?
Yeah, I'd rather catch someone cheating.
Now, what would be your repercussions if you caught someone cheating?
I
Like,
would
would you
take-
just go in flaming and just kick the dude's ass, or
Oh, I
would
would
you just be
definitely.
like brokenhearted?
I would definitely probably do something to the guy. Definitely. Like I don't know if I would necessarily beat him up, but I'd be like, dude, why are you such a terrible person?
One of my aunts,
As you're just bawling, just oh my God,
And then I'd be
why,
like,
dude?
whatever her.
Jeez, why?
I'd be like, dude, like this is so not a cool thing that you're doing. And
one
then
of
I would, I just never ever talk to the girl again in my life.
ghost them.
So that would be it. You would just
One of my aunts,
She'd have never existed.
one of my
Yeah.
aunt's ex-boyfriends, after he broke up with her or she broke up with him, he was sleeping with some guy's wife or something. That the dude walked in on him and he headbutted him, and then got charged with like assault with a deadly weapon
With his head?
with his head. Yeah,
What?
he was
That's
a
messed
lawyer
up.
too, because he broke the dude's nose. I guess it was like
Sounds like, wait,
my aunt's
so
ex-boyfriend.
his the ex-boyfriend was sleeping with somebody and then he got headbutted.
yeah, by the guy who caught them.
No, he headbutted the. So he was sleeping with the dude's wife.
Oh, and he headbutted the guy's.
He
headbutted
headbutt the husband?
Yeah.
Wow,
He
he
got
had
hung.
no premise to do that.
What?
And then he got charged
What a
with assault. with
shitty
the
He's like,
dude's wife.
dude, why are you making me do this to your wife? Damn, right in the head. Like,
Yeah.
What a terrible thing.
Wow, dude,
That's worst case
that's
scenario.
different.
I'm definitely hoping that the guy doesn't try to headbutt
That's
me if I
worst
walk
case
in on
scenario.
somebody.
Yeah. You walk in. It's
Especially if it's my own wife.
If he tries to
Oh,
headbutt me though,
shit.
it's
If
game
the
over.
dude is just like, dude, get out of here, or like, dude, I'm gonna kick your ass if you. come
Honestly,
in
you
this
can't
room again.
necessarily.
Dude,
Like,
what if it was your
like-
wife that headbutted you? It's like, I've always wanted to do this. Just-
Oh, God.
if she always wanted to headbutt you, you're doing something wrong in the first place.
yeah.
But, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I think being the passive person that I am, I think if I were to ever get cheated on and I caught them, I think I would prefer that rather than me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because then you have to live with yourself after that, and it's like,
Yeah, because it's kind of in your hands if you catch them. Like, you can either
Yeah.
decide to stay with a person or you can not. You know?
I feel like I'd want to be like totally distant from the people that like, shit on me. Like I'd want to just like
Sorry,
just
I
be
read
like
the comment
done
there.
with them. What'd they say? Are we
Grab the
getting
blue
flamed?
pump.
Yeah,
if they
that's
walk
what I
in
said.
on it.
Grab the blue pump.
What if they get the gun first though? That's the
Dude.
biggest problem. Dude.
Then go with the pickaxe,
No,
I
no,
know.
you just go full bore with a pickaxe, dude.
son. You jumping around with the pickaxe, you are dang hard to hit. I guarantee you.
Fortnite.
All right,
I
so
literally
we
spent-
have one more question in the
All right.
chat. But Wisdom said, by saying that, I'm saying he would be caught. He would want to be caught, knowing that there's 7 billion people on this earth, so you can find another girl and you would still have a good reputation. Then I'd kill the guy that smashed my girl. Wait,
What?
I don't.
Jeez.
I think he meant to say he would catch them You like to catch them.
He'd catch them.
Because then there's 7. Yeah.
Dude, but then if you kill the guy that smashed your girl, I have to take you out.
Yeah, and then Cheeky
Then
would
I have
have
to
get a
find out.
notification. Get
No,
the
no
notification on his phone
notification.
and have to kill you. So
Cheeky, what if you just conveniently don't answer the phone? You're like, oh, like I'm so tired today. Like I do not feel like.
Not enough
Like,
Dr.
answering
Pepper. I can't kill anyone today, dude.
all right. So the last question we'll cover today is: would you rather have, which is a great question for this podcast at least, would you rather have your shirts be always 2 sizes too big or 1 size too small?
I think, ooh.
I'm going 1 size too small.
I do
Because you can always that shirt will stretch out over time.
I do 2 sizes too big because then you just shrink it in the washer.
Yeah, but can
No,
you shrink
it's
it
always that
like
size though. It does not shrink.
I'm really self-conscious.
throughout the day though? Your shirt's gonna stretch out a little bit. So if you have a size too small, you just work into it a little bit.
Just work it.
Bingo.
But the thing is, dude, I'm like really self-conscious about like my shirts being too small, like my belly showing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'd rather be 2 sizes too big.
But I feel like having a smaller shirt makes you look slimmer.
Yeah.
When you have a
That's what I
baggy
agree
shirt, it
with.
makes you look bigger.
Yeah, that's why I try to stay away from baggy
You wear
shirts.
baggy shirt, you tie it up. And
Tie it up. What?
Or you just tuck it in.
Yeah, then you're just
Yeah.
giving everyone the wrong impression.
Yeah, you just look like a douchebag.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, man? Why are your shirt tied? Oh.
I'm just a
No reason.
douchebag.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
How
That
about
is the
this?
type of guy that you walk in that's cheating with your wife
Yeah.
or your girlfriend.
And
Is a guy with a tied
That's
shirt.
the kind of guy that headbutts you.
He's like, dude,
what
like
are you doing in here? Get out.
you're like, this is my house. That's
Get
my
out of your
girlfriend.
house, dude. Get out of your
And just
house.
straight headbutt you in the face, and you're like,
Okay, well, we found a few things out about Cheeky today.
yeah.
That he wants
I
to
just
kill
never wear a
everyone,
shirt.
and he's a douchebag.
I just
Def-
never wear a shirt. How about that?
Never? No
Yeah.
shirt at all?
I'd find a career that I'd never have to wear a shirt.
Chippendales.
Bingo.
Male
Lifeguard.
stripping. Lifeguard.
Full-time lifeguard.
I'm super buoyant.
WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are good. Those are all good, well-paying
yeah.
careers.
There you go. Instagram model.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, I think that's going to be it for today. We've actually went on a little longer than usual here.
How long?
That one, I think, is about an hour and a half.
Oh my word.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, time
It feels like we've
flies.
been here for like 45 minutes.
Time flies when you're giving dating tips and
That's
would
true.
you rather questions.
That's true.
So to everyone who stayed in the podcast and to everyone who's just on, make sure you guys hit the follow button. And like I said, I will put the schedule up, which should be at today's time, which is going to be 5:30 to 6 p.m. If you do follow us, you will get the notification when we do go live. And Sunday nights at 8:30 to 9. So we'll kind of start around there. But like I said, make sure you follow so you get the notifications when we do go live. Thank you, Ryan, for your help today. Chase, Jason, always a pleasure.
Oh yeah.
Don't
Thanks
be bad.
for hosting it.
Yeah,
Don't be bad. I'm taking you out.
yeah. Don't be bad, or you'll see Cheeky.
If you do
flying
something
in.
bad, just walk at a brisk pace and you should be good.
You should be fine if you just walk a little faster.
Or
than
leave
average,
a trail of Dr. Pepper.
leading somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catch me.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for